This is our team, and we're in the business of producing braille and tactile graphics, as you can see with the bookmarks. And also we brought a couple of other samples of the kind of work we do. Booklet with the University of Windsor map, a menu, and a map of the downtown Windsor area that was used for Fiesta Latina last year. If you happen to get a look at those, they're with our two-dimensional braille production process. And that's kind of what we do. We produce braille and we produce tactile graphics. But as you'll see when you watch the video, we've been approached by companies and organizations who want 3D objects with braille labeling on them. And it's important to get it right? You know, it's important to produce good braille. If you're going to produce it, you may as well do it right. So that's kind of why we're on this quest to produce a 3D printer that will enable us to produce good braille on 3D objects. That's kind of keeping it short. You want to say anything?
So far, we've been producing paper-based products with the. There are other techniques. There are other techniques to produce the type of product, the type of things we do. Independently, the type of equipment we use is primarily used to do other things we don't even want to touch, printing things. But the type of equipment we use to produce what we produce, there's very, very few companies in the world that use that type of equipment for that product. We can produce very good quality, very durable graphics on paper. I believe you've had a go at Slate and Stylus producing braille. The limitation of braille is you can only produce dots. Therefore, you can only produce text. When it comes to graphics, you have to use anything could go in the past. But the technique we use is very, very good quality, very durable. It's good enough to bind in books. When other techniques, some of them are just good to produce a handout that will end up in a school bag and probably get scrapped in June. But they're good for what they do. Probably not good enough to be bound in a book, but not the same price either. So we'll limit it to paper-based so far. When it comes to people saying, you know, I wish I could have that on a wall as an information panel. It's only paper, or you couldn't have it in a sign outside on a post or something like that. And the problem is producing braille on a plastic or anything that will be versatile on both paper and plastic.